Hey guys, I said I'd give an update on the T2000 King Motors 4-wheel drive T2000, and I do have that update. I've got a few things that have happened since. I picked up this 5B here. This is also King Motors. It's 30.5cc. I know a lot of guys out there talk bad about the clones. But again, my opinion is still that, this is your business, what you do. I myself like to purchase the cheaper model. You're going to replace those parts even if you buy the expensive models. You're going to replace the parts anyway. So do yourself a favor, buy a used one and a clone. Or just buy a new clone if you want brand new, and then upgrade the thing, which is what I'm starting to do to this 5B. Although I'm not a 5B fan, but I wanted one, so I got the 5B here. I bought it used. I got a good deal, and I've already put upgrade parts on the thing, because they break, or you just want them because they're higher performance. So that's my King 5B, and I like it. This is my son's 5B. It's filthy, but that's his killer machine, man. That's a HPI all the way, 5B. With, again, all those parts that came brand new on this 5B are gone now because he's broke them. And, or they, whatever. Anyway, they're all replaced. But originally this was a very expensive model, and then he ended up replacing all those parts anyway. So there again, justification for buying the clone out of the gate. Save yourself that initial money. You're going to spend the money, so there it is. My son's, he's got the O'Neill Brothers stroker. No, it's a long rod, and he's got the high-speed gears, or the speed gears. He doesn't have the high speed yet, but these speed gears are they are fast. He's got a Jet Pro tuned pipe for that high speed. This is a fast Baja 5B. And then he just picked this up off eBay from a guy. This is a King Motors T2000 4-wheel drive, belt drive. You see the belt. There you go. You see the belt. $500. This thing's brand new. This is one of those guys that thought he wanted to be a a 5-scale gasoline. This is my opinion anyway. I don't know the guy, but he bought the thing and he broke the rear drive shaft on it and started taking everything apart. I mean, he had everything completely apart, changed the rear swing arm, and I guess he got frustrated and he sold it. This thing's brand new. I bet he didn't have a full tank of gas through it. I don't know. Well, he must have had it a little bit longer because he replaced the steering servo. And he replaced the steering servo mechanisms, so with aluminum. So I guess he had it for a little while, but still, it's obvious this is a brand new truck. It's filthy right now because my son's been tearing the hell out of it. But another thing, King Motors, got it for $500 off eBay. This guy, turns out he didn't want to. It's like those guys that go and buy a Harley and ride it a couple weekends and realize they don't want to be a biker, so they sell it. So if you got a Harley for sale, let me know. All right, there's my son's T2000 King Motors 4-wheel drive. Stock motor, but the thing tears ass. It's got the smaller wheels on it, one of the reasons why. Because these things, again, when they come with those big stock wheels, which are actually right here, those suckers are heavy. I don't know what you'd do with those, but my truck will pull them because I've got the 5.5 O'Neill Brothers stroker, or PROSTOCK, in mine. And then again, you can put chains on it. That's what these are. I got chains for mine. But look at the tires. I mean, jeez. Here's a brand new set for my truck. I haven't put them on yet. Don't need to yet, but I got a deal on them, so I bought them. There they go. Then I've got, tires for, I'm building a little trailer for the thing. One truck's going to pull the other. Let's see here. What other new stuff? Well, so here's what I want to do is give you the update on the T2000 that I've been working on. Let me pull this thing out of the sun a little bit right quick. Get the glare off the thing so we can see what I'm talking about. Okay, what have I done? I've got O'Neill Brothers PROSTOCK motor. This is a stroker motor, and this thing is absolutely fast. It really, really is. I mean, that's 5.5 horse. It's got the Jet Pro tuned pipe, and this is an absolutely killer system. In combination with this pipe, this motor, this truck is just absolutely outrageous fast. And this is a King Motor T2000 4-wheel drive, guys. Got the dual shocks, got the Proline wheels on the thing. I did that anodize removal thing and got rid of a lot of the orange, you know, which is that Fast Eddie with that stupid voice. He recommended this stuff. I went and bought it, Grease Lightning. You heat it up and it takes that anodize right off. But that Fast Eddie guy, man, I can't stand listening to his voice. But anyway, I've got the high torque gears on the thing. So this truck is absolutely fast. I don't know what to say. I've got so many upgrades, and like I said, I was going to advertise them once this was done. I've got the steel roll bar set up, which is really nice. I put my kill switch up here on top. I don't like that kill switch way underneath on the bottom with that plastic cover. You just don't like it. I've got one shock set up on the front as opposed to the two. I think I'm going to change that on the front now that I understand how these shocks work. I'm going to get the right amount of oil in there and put the two shocks back on. So I have two shocks per wheel. Anyway, I've got the aluminum swing arms. There they are. These are lifetime guarantee, no doubt, man. These things are flawless. You couldn't break them if you tried. And believe me, I've tried. They're very high grade aluminum, aircraft aluminum, very high grade. I mean, it's top of the line stuff here. So if anybody wants a set of the aluminum swing arms for the King Motors T2000 4-wheel drive, I got them. I'll sell them to you. I make them, which I'm going to make the front hubs as well. I'm making those out of steel, believe it or not. And you know what? They're not that heavy. But what I'll do is, in combination with these aluminum swing arms, having steel front hubs, this thing will be unbreakable. Your rim or tire or something else will break before this swing arm and the hub will. I mean, the shock in this tie rod will break before the hub and the swing arm will. No doubt. It's going to be steel. So give me a couple months, I'll have those made. I'm going to be selling those things too. Well, I've got I got new servos in it. Obviously, I've done all the outerwear things that everybody should do. I've got that quick on and off air cleaner and the velocity stack. It's one of these kind of air cleaners here. You know, the quick on and off. I mean, those stock things, which is right here, those stock air cleaners, man, what the hell are they thinking? You know, those things are one of the hardest things to put on. You know. Anyway. So what have I done here? I have all new. Everything back here is aluminum, and I didn't put these things on here because they're cool, although they ended up being pretty damn cool. I put all this aluminum on here because that plastic, although that HPI plastic or whatever that is, RPM or whatever, that stuff's pretty good, but you get good high-grade aluminum like this and put it on there, and these things don't break, you know. I mean, they break if you do a 50-foot jump and you land wrong, something like that, you know, they'll break, but it really takes a lot to break them. But I like all that aluminum in there. Again, I didn't get it because it's cool. I got it because it serves a good purpose, but it ends up being pretty cool. And obviously I've got the rear aluminum hubs. Those weren't breaking, though. The plastic King Motors weren't breaking. I just got those because they had them available, and I thought if they do break, let me just get it over with. So I bought those. Another thing I've done is put this outerwear on the engine. That's a necessity, man. Do this for sure. Get that done. I mean, depending on where you are, if you're in a real high moisture area and there's not a lot of dust, you'd probably be okay without it. But I'm in a lot of little BB gravel type, a lot of dust, real dry. So this is a must to have on your motors. Really, you should put one on there no matter where you are. And the air cleaner too. My son, what he's done is put the this trick filter here. See on his? He's got this on his, man. I mean, he took the motor out, spent a lot of time getting this thing on here. His truck's dirty right now, but he did the whole silicone like they're supposed to around everything, sealed it off. He could go through a dust storm of any condition, man, and his pull start is going to remain pristine. That is nice. He's got all the aluminum upgrades on his truck too, and he did it out of necessity because he bashes this thing. I mean, this kid does some jumps that are just unreal. Let's see, he's got all the aluminum front stuff here, and you need all that stuff if you're going to be bashing the thing. So that's that. All right. So with the aluminum upgrades, this is the King Motors King Clone, King Killer Clone. This is a killer clone, is what this bad boy is. It really, really is. On the next video, what I'm going to do is have it outside and run the thing and show you. But this one, I just wanted to point out all the upgrades and talk about the cost and my opinion on clone versus the name brand stuff. They'll get away from you. Well, there it is. I really ought to hook the controls up. All I gotta do is walk over there and turn them on, but I got the sprinklers going in the yard and everything right now. What I'll do is set up a time on my next video and show this thing run. This thing rips ass, man. So there it is, man. And I really didn't have to go to all that trouble putting that belt works fine. I was just getting rocks and stuff in there, and I had one of those body clips that was kind of rubbing on the belt. That's what was tearing my belt up. Well, there it is, man. There it is, that bad boy. And I'm not just saying this because, you know, the point I'm trying to make is you could save that money. Buy the clone. You're going to spend money on the upgrades anyway. Really, I ain't just saying that because I actually own one of these. So, I mean, like I said, it's, you know, I know what good is and what nice is. And this 5, the Losi 5, it comes stock with all the cool stuff on it. So, you know, everybody ought to have one, no doubt. But now that I've got this Losi 5, a lot of people thought that I'd forget about my King 4-wheel drive, but you know what? I don't. Because this King 4-wheel drive, this is a bad son of a bitch, man. It really is. I'll show you when I get the thing out there on the road. But, you know, this 5 is nice too, no doubt. No doubt, it really is. And I'm not just being prejudiced, so I own both. I own one of everything. The high dollar stuff and the cheap stuff. So I'm not saying don't get a 5. Get one, because they are really nice, man. And I can't wait to see what I'm going to do to this 5. No doubt in my mind it's going to be a killer. But here's its competition right here. A goddamn clone. This is a killer clone right here. And trust me, this is one ass-ripping son of a bitch, man. Yeah, I had to do all the aluminum upgrades in the front, and I had to custom make the stuff because they don't sell it. But you know what? This thing will give that 5 a run for its money. No doubt. But I got it that way. So there it is. There's your King Motors, boys. And a lot of inspiration out there from a guy back in Boston area named Al. I get a lot of inspiration from watching his videos. The guy's pretty cool. He's into the sport, which I appreciate. So, alright guys, I really appreciate it. Here's the update. The next one will be with the thing running. Later, boys.